home prices coming down after this NAR settlement? Yes, it seems like everyone's talking about this NAR settlement, and while I'm deeply rooted in the real estate world, I'm not an agent, and I think this allows me to share some impartial thoughts on what's unfolding. There's a lot to love about the increased transparency in the buying and selling of homes. I'm still for letting the markets dictate the cost of services rather than sticking to a market standard. However, there's a growing narrative that undervalues buyers' agents, suggesting that they're just not necessary. This couldn't be further from the truth, and navigating a real estate transaction without professional representation is like defending yourself in court without a lawyer. You wouldn't do it. The question is just how much you should be paying your agent and what value they bring to the table. It's a conversation worth having with your agent to understand the full scope of their services. And about those home prices dropping, it's unlikely. Sellers aiming to save and on commissions aren't likely to just lower their asking price by the same margin. The market dynamics are way more complex than that. The era of just how it's always been is over. Before deciding against using an agent, consider the value they bring, not just the cost. And if you're navigating the sale of a home and need guidance without upfront fees or costs, I'm here to help. Now I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth for a second, so hang with me, don't laugh. But our typical client is coming to us where they've got a house, it's not ready for the market, they have a number that they'd like to get for it, and we're coming in, assessing the value, walking them through the process, and coming up with a number together to see if that makes sense for them. So in this transaction, there isn't representation on either side, and the seller is just simply looking to sell the home as is. There's no warranties, there's nothing that would be needed from a representation standpoint. So while on one hand, I think 95% of home buyers and sellers need representation, the other 5% are the clients that we are dealing with every day and that don't need representation. So let's make your next real estate transaction informed and seamless. Shoot me a message and let's chat about how we can maximize your home's potential together.